What's up, everybody? So this Sunday was pretty crazy. I Love a Mama's Boy aired as well as the VMAs. There's a lot going on. I wasn't even in town. I'm back and I want to talk about it. I'm George Mossey. This is Heather C. Third episode, and we have finally met the final Mama's Boy and his mother. So I want to just jump into it. There's a lot to address, and I just want to get crazy into it and talk about it. So Theus is the oldest Mama's Boy to date so far on the show. He's 42 years old. He's been dating his girlfriend Tia for 10 years, who is also 42, and his mom Carolyn, who is 69. She actually pays his tickets, pays his cell phone bill, and does his laundry. And Tia's ready to get married, and she's worried that his mom will be around too much, and she wants to get that taken care of first. What do you think about this new Mama's Boy?
I don't know. I feel like this late in the game, it might be too late. I mean, it seems like a lot of these people that have such a tight-knit relationship with their parents, it's kind of like you really, there's no changing it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have really tight bonds with their kids and with their mom or their dad. And, you know, I just feel like she might just have to accept what they have. I mean, you've accepted it for 10 years. So, I mean, obviously, the only thing that I didn't care for was that when she was trying to get a hold of him and they were at their usual place at the restaurant eating, and he didn't even bother to answer the phone.
He
and
ignored her call,
Nothing irritates me more because, first of all, it's like, you don't know why the person is calling. There could be like some type of emergency. There could be an accident. Like, you just don't know. So, I mean, or follow with a text, like, can't talk right now, whatever. So it's like, it's almost like he's cheating on his wife with his mom because he's being secretive.
I felt like that too.
And it's
the
kinda...
way he didn't want to reveal their location.
Yeah.
It felt wrong.
Even though she knew where they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't hate the relationship. I'm super close with, you know, my mom and stuff like that. I mean, we've never, like, maybe more so when I was younger than now, but I get it, you know? I don't know. I don't fault them, but I just think that if you're going to have a relationship, they might have to come first.
Might or should. So later in the season, Carolyn has knee surgery, and we're going to see more about that later. We're going to talk about that, but apparently he's going to be taking care of her, and she's moving in. So that's something that's going to happen, and we all know how that's going to go. So let's talk about Mike, Steph, and Liz. So we found out from Mike this Sunday that, well, Stephanie thought the reason why they're not engaged is because Liz convinced Mike not to propose. We find out later in the episode that Mike says he's just not ready. It has nothing to do with Liz. He feels like they should wait at least 3 more years. They've been together for 3 years. So what do you think about this?
Okay, I feel like a lot of people get a lot of slack. They always want to beat up the person and be like, you know, you should know right away. I actually kind of admire his dedication into waiting and listening to his heart and his mind. I feel that people that are pressured into doing stuff, or people that are, you know, they do stuff before they're ready, are doomed to fail. Because until you're ready to do it, you're not going to be successful at it. Just like dieting, just like saving money, just like, you know, whatever. He wants this to work. He obviously loves her, and he probably believes, like, if it's not broke, why fix it? You know, why rush into something? It could be like commitment issues too. Yes. You know, I mean, because I mean, if you're already living together and you're playing house.
I want to jump in, and I just, when you said the commitment issues, when he said it's my condo and my couch, those are commitment issue phrases. So it makes me wonder if it's really him not being ready to get married, or if he just doesn't want to commit. Because he said, I just want to wait another 3 years and make sure. But like, it makes it seem like he wants to play the field, make sure she's the right person. But even his best friend said, she's a 10 out of 10. This is where marriage starts for you. So I just want to see how it goes. And she's a catch. Steph's a catch. Mike, you're a catch too. You know, realize each other and don't let anyone slip away from each other.
Yeah. I think that, you know, right now it's good. They're just trying to figure stuff out. And until he can get past the me, maybe it's best they don't get married. Because we don't want them to go down the divorce court. So, you know, if this is what he wholeheartedly believes is best for their relationship or the decision, if she loves him, she'll stick it out with him.
Exactly. All right, so let's talk about Tracy and Brian real quick, because Brian was not able to break the news to his mom, Jane, that she was disinvited to the honeymoon. And he actually had a dinner with Tracy and smoothed it over because he brought up that, it's really hard for us to leave our kids behind. And she agreed. And she is actually okay with Jane being there as long as they're on like different sides of the resort.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had somebody come along with me as long as they weren't in the hot tub with me.
Well, yeah.
Or the bed in between me. Like, yeah, I mean, they don't own the island or they don't own the hotel. So it's like, it's kind of hard to say you're not allowed to do this, especially if they're watching your children and helping you out. So it's whether or not his mom can respect those boundaries. That's another story.
That's where Tracy is wondering, is this actually going to work?
Yeah.
Because boundaries aren't something that she respects at home. And I was thinking maybe book her at the resort, a few miles away. So when you're ready to see each other, you can have dinner together as a family, and then you're ready for your private time. There's a drive. She can't just walk over and open your room door.
Yeah, so that's a little much.
It's a lot. So we're going to see how that goes. I did see a scene in the preview where she was somewhere near them in a hot tub. So I'm going to say boundaries were not being followed. So we're going to see later on. So let's wrap up with Matt, Kim, and Kelly. So there's a lot to cover here. So let's talk about Kelly first. So she digs out her wedding dress from 1988. And I think Kim referred to it as a beekeeper hat, veil that she wore, and basically threatened Kim and said, you're going to be wearing some of this at your wedding, whether you like it or not, and so is Matt. Deal with it.
I swear, she must be part of the mob or the mafia, because the way she tries to run everything is hilarious to me. Like, bless your heart. I feel like Kim was she was a good trooper. Like, you could tell she was kind of like poking fun at her.
Yes.
But I was kind of saying the same stuff along with her. I was like, yeah, I mean, that was a really pretty dress for the 80s. I mean, and I know a lot of styles resurface. And, vintage wear, they make their comeback. But wedding dresses are pretty true to the era that we're in. I mean, a lot of people nowadays love that plain, sleek, elegant, not too much over the top. A lot of like sequins and beads, they're not really that big anymore with people. If you look at celebrities, like they keep things real simple, but yet they manage to look like $1 million. So I get where she's coming from. Like, okay, this is your special day. This is, you married your husband. This is something for you to remember. Now let me have my moment.
Well, yeah, what bride doesn't want to pick out her own dress? Like every groom gets to pick out his tux. It's literally the only job he has.
Because I don't know.
As long as it matches.
But I don't want somebody like that wore, like your mom. I love her. But I don't want to wear like a garter belt that was like on your mom. Like that is so weird.
That's such an intimate piece of the outfit. It's odd.
It is.
All right, so let's talk about what else happened, because I actually saw a different side of Matt on Sunday, because he reacted really negatively to her job offer in Austin and basically said, well, you're not going to take it because it doesn't fit into our plans for our life. And I didn't like how he kind of dismissed any type of dream or hope or whatever. There was no discussion.
I'm sorry, but that just perfect. Because first of all, while he wants to be like our dreams, our goals, what about all the times that she sacrifices and deals with your mom?
She lives in the house with her and they didn't have to. This was after a fire. They could have easily moved to another apartment. She did compromise.
Always. She doesn't care if they hang out together. She doesn't care if they gamble together, if they go to facials together. Like, she is such a good trooper. Yeah. Could he at least meet her halfway and let her have this? And it's a year. And obviously she loves you, because if she didn't, she wouldn't be there. Because anybody that has somebody other than them that's taken their place and they're still around, they're gonna be around. Just let her have this. Women shouldn't be defined by a man. Women shouldn't be defined by other people. They're people too. They have dreams, they have goals. They should be able to be a mom, a wife, a businesswoman, and a person.
Yeah.
And I think that society doesn't allow that all the time. So I really hope that he puts his feelings aside and lets her grow. But we'll have to see, I guess.
I want to see her take this job. It's nothing more amazing than to have an opportunity come to you based on your hard work. I don't want to see her pass that up.
No.
And I love that she said, don't talk to Kelly about it before we finish having this conversation, because we know what Kelly would say.
Shut it down.
She would shut it down instantly. So I just hope that they can have a one-on-one conversation with no outside interference, and they can actually have an open opportunity to see if this is something they can do together without anybody else's input.
Agreed.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode. That was episode 3. We have met all the Mama's Boys, and I am really excited for this season. There was no Shakib, no Layla, and no Emily this past Sunday. So hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And again, thank you guys for watching. I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Heather C. And make sure you live tweet with us every week. We live tweet the show, and when it happens, that's when you want to talk about it. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you guys real soon.
Bye.